Hey everybody, my name is Old School Nerd. Today, it's kind of a special bonus reaction for all of you here on YouTube. My friend YOTAM, he's from Israel. He turns 25 today. He asked me, hey, Old School, you love cultural music from around the world. You love Bloodywood. You love Alien Weaponry. You love so many different bands that have bring their culture into music. Well, YOTAM has no problem bringing in that Eastern Mediterranean, Western Asian, Hebrew, and surrounding area cultures of music into his request for my channel. This one is a special one. He's turning 25 today. This one is ORPHANED. That's the name of the band. This video is from 2009, so it's 13 years ago. This one was released by Century Media Records. We all know Century Media. We know who their big bands are now, but this one actually comes from 2009. So this video is 13 years old, and he wanted me to check it out because he knows I love cultural percussion. And he said this band, even back in 2009, was throwing it down. Similar to how all you guys love Bloodywood and how they're bringing in the cultural percussion of India with the dole drum. He said they did it back in 2009 and I should check it out. So that's what we're going to do right now. Check us out on OldSkuleNerd.com. It's got all of our social media posts. The Patreon link for those who want to support the channel. We appreciate every single one of you. And of course, check us out on twitch.tv/OldSkuleNerd, where we're pretty much streaming every night, doing all the stuff that we really can't do here on YouTube. Just letting you know. All right, ORPHANED. Never heard of this band, but I'm really interested. He says this got cultural drumming in it, which has my attention immediately. So let's get into this. Okay, so I'm hearing a tambourine. I'm hearing the traditional Hebrew round frame drum. Some people refer to it as a tof mirim, and it's well known through many cultures around the world. It looks like a giant tambourine. You know what a tambourine is, right? With the ring and the drum head on the front. Except this thing's like huge, like almost a meter across. And sometimes they have cymbals inlaid into it, similar to a tambourine. Sometimes they aren't. And I saw a video called the Toft Mirim, which a guy from Israel really developed the ancient style of playing it with a modern twist. The difference between when like you see Celtic performers using a piece of wood, a stick with barrels on the end, to kind of roll and play with a I guess you could say it would be like a drum mallet. You've seen other cultures use sticks. You see other cultures play with just the hands. The Toft Mirim is played with the fingers. You don't even hit it with your palm of your hand. It's like all 10 fingers. I mean, it's so fast and so elaborate. It's a beautiful way to play the drum. I hear a little djembe action going on in there. I hear, again, just straight cymbal action. Very good stuff. It is definitely Eastern Mediterranean, Western Asian, that whole area, going up to north of Turkey, all the way down into the Arabian Peninsula, into Northeast Africa, throughout the Middle East. You see this flavor of music, this culture of music. And although the peoples and the religions and the cultures are very different, no matter how you go through history, they all share a common ancestral, that ancient feel of music. It's where a lot of great music really originates, in that part of the world. And I could almost hear that Toft Mirim being played. The difference is, in this iteration, someone is just playing with their hands, just two hands. You can hear it in the beat, that rolling, almost African rhythm being played. The difference is the Hebrew style is with just the fingers, and it's ridiculous if you ever hear it. It's incredible. Look it up. Toft Mirim, T-O-F space M-I-R-I-A-M. Look that up, because that style of playing is unique to the Hebrew people, and it's something that's being brought back now. And I saw it a few years back, and when I first heard this, I went, "Is that a guy playing a tough Miriam?" Because it's amazing. Is this a metal band? I mean, Century Media Records is at least rock, right? All right, let's get into it. Very progressive. I like this. You can see in the video the guy's playing the Doombeck, so he's not playing the Tuft, but the Doombeck's still great for that part of the world. The Doombeck extends all the way through Arabia into Persia, down into Africa, East Africa, up through the Cossacks, up into Georgia, and into almost all the way up to Ukraine, Turkey, throughout Greece, the Eastern Mediterranean. The Doombeck is found in a lot of places. It's really culturally diverse, spread around throughout ancient cultures. So it's cool to see it represented. Okay, this song kind of reminds me of Rush, went Eastern Mediterranean. It's very progressive. It's got a melodic chorus, a little bit of falsetto in there. There is some guitar. There is some harsh vocal. But the guitar and the harsh vocal don't dominate the mix. Why? Well, I think that might have to do a little bit more with the culture and the area from where it's from than the actual genre that it's a part of. This is obviously more of a progressive metal with the harsh vocal / rock, but it's not so power metal to where you have a lot of crunch and distortion and overgain in the guitars to really power it out. Why? Well, you got a piano being played. You're trying to accentuate the drumming. And in this form of drumming, you have a lot of high-pitched stuff. Cymbals, doombecks, which would get drowned out by large crunching. All you'd hear would just be the low notes. And they wanted to give a better fill. Totally get it. It's a good balance. Would that balance translate to now? I don't know. But in 2009, this would be pretty cutting-edge stuff. You know? It would definitely turn heads. So I like it. I love the balance in it. I'm a Rush guy. You don't have to melt faces to get me to come on board. You just have to have a great song that's done well musically. Check, check, and check. So I'm into this. This is cool. ORPHANED, nice. Some synths in there, piano. It's not just metal and rock. It's got a little bit of, like I said, it's got a good balance. I like it. Why are you cutting him in the water? Oh, I put that syncopated tap out. That was awesome. Okay, what you're hearing right now is a talking drum. A talking drum is where you hear that it changes the pitch. The way you do that is a talking drum has a head on the top and a head on the bottom, and it's in the shape of, it looks like an hourglass. But there are laces run from the top head to the bottom head, and you put it under your arm, and when you squeeze your arm, it squeezes all those laces together, thereby pulling down and up on the heads. So it changes the tension on the head, so you can actually torque and change the pitch manually on a whim. I think it's 2 or 3 notes. You can drop it on a big one. So it's definitely, I like the interesting sound of it. I want to hear that again. That's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so again, happy birthday, Yotam. You're turning 25 today. You only do that once, by the way. A quarter of the century of you on this planet. Wow, that's a lot. Anyway, hey, this is ORPHANED. The name of the song is, of course, Ocean Land, and it was put out by Century Media Records back in 2009. My name is OldSkuleNerd. This is just because somebody thought, hey, it's my birthday, let me do a request, and let me do something that old school will love, which is hand percussion. And it did. I enjoyed this a lot. So, hey, happy birthday, buddy. We'll see you guys later. Peace.